I wanted to do a real quick off-the-cuff video showing you how you have hidden sales right now in your audience, thousands of pounds worth of hidden sales. You just need to know how to actually tap into them. And if you are still having, if you're still listening, to the one offer, one price point, one product, one program, one person, one problem, one blah, 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 advice, you are playing business on hard mode. You know, people used to say that back in the day. Honestly, it was never that good. But it used to keep things simple, even though simple is not necessarily better. But nowadays, when you have much less trust in the marketplace and you have much more competition from human beings and from robots and from software and from everything else, you do not want to just have one program, one product, and one price point. You want multiple, and you want multiple without making things complicated inside your business and without complicating things for your audience. So I'm going to show you how we do that. So if we remember what we're here to do, I'm going to show you how to generate sales from your audience without needing any new traffic, without needing any new leads, just by playing around with your offers. Are you ready? So here's where most people are probably starting, right? You have core offer, right? You're probably there. I hope you can see that. I can't really tell if you can see it or not. I'm just watching. We'll see. Anyway, you can listen along. You've got your core offer, right? It's normal price because you've got one tier, one offer, and you've been forced to go kind of like in the middle of your price or the average of what the market allows you to do, because you've got one product, you've got one offer, and you need to make the maximum amount of sales with that. The first thing, and I promise you, if you haven't done this before, there is sales to be made right here. I once made $25,000 in 1 week, cash collected, without signing any new clients by doing this. Are you ready? Okay, my pen's already running out. Today I've called it Elite Tier. You can call it whatever you want. But you take your core offer and you add a new tier on top. You double or triple your price, and you take a handful of your clients that you've already got. If you've already got 20 clients, like there's going to be 1 or 2 people in there that are willing to do this, I promise you. And you charge them 2 to 3 times more to go way, way deeper with them than you've ever gone before. You do things to be able to bring down the time that it takes to get them the result, the effort that it takes. You do it for them. You invite them over to your house and you know, have masterminds with them, whatever needs to happen so that you can have this elite tier. And if you've been in coaching long enough, it's actually really, really fun to be able to do this and to be able to take your clients way, way deeper with you. I'm just going to change my pen 1 second. I'm going to have to use a red one. Okay, the second thing you can do is this. Oh, the red one. Oh, the red one is good. Create a membership tier. Not everyone should do this, but it's useful to know that it's also an option as well. So you've got your core tier, and then you create something that is half the price with way less intimacy to you, probably very little coaching at all, but they get access to your program, they get access to the assets that are already in your program. This is a really, really good product that is actually able to sell a lot of people straight away and also upsell people into here. What I've seen people be able to do with this elite tier, they've been able to, take 5 clients and make them pay 2 to 3 times more. With this membership tier, they've been able to launch it and go back to all of these people that couldn't buy over the couple of years that they've been selling things. They've been able to launch it to their audience and sell people straight away. Third thing we do, we take your core offer, right, which is probably this long process to be able to solve this thing, and we chunk it down into what we call an acquisition offer, and we have that here. The acquisition offer is a 6 to 10 week short offer that focuses on one tiny thing, because it's hard to sell a core offer that's long and it's expensive and there's loads of different ideas in there. It's so much easier to sell the first thing that they need, because a lot of the time your leads are saying no because they are doubting themselves. So getting them into motion is one of the most useful things we can do. Here's a fun, interesting story. I had a client once and he had a program, and it was basically like really rough terminology. It was like, we are going to have this 6-month program to bring your 10x vision to life. It was basically that, right? We had a look, and the only people that sold were people who already had a 10x vision. Even though the first month inside the program was coming up with the 10x vision, the only people who were joining were people that already had the 10x vision. And this happens invisibly in so many different offers that even though you do the thing on the inside, people still feel like they need the thing before they come in, right? Even for me, when I first started this business like 3 years ago, this niche, I was actually helping 9-to-5ers get out of their jobs. I'd never had a 9-to-5, so it made zero sense for me to do that. And very quickly, when loads of coaches were buying, because I'd been a coach for years before that, I ended up making the smart move of just going and helping coaches, because that's what I've been this whole time. Anyway, when I was helping 9-to-5ers, the first thing was their offer. Now, although the first month I would help them create their offer, they needed an offer before they ever joined. And actually, because I didn't know all of this stuff at this time, right? I was spending ages on calls with people for free, helping them figure out their offer, and then they would join, right? The sales call wasn't really a sales call, it was a free offer creation call, and then they'd join. So there's so many things, and there's going to be something there for you in your audience, in your niche as well, in your offer, that they are thinking, well, I need this before I join, even though you do it on the inside. This is why not everyone wants to commit to this long-term thing. So we create an acquisition offer, right? And what this acquisition offer does, it makes it very, very, very easy to sell something. You can pretty much sell this every single week, and you can most of the time sell this in the DMs as well, because we make it really, really easy to join. And then they come through, we don't complicate things, and then after that, a large portion of these people sign up for that. The final way, and by the way, once we do that, put it out to your audience, boom, people are going to be buying. The final way to do this, bad square, micro offer. So we take a section of this. Generally, it's going to be the assets and the digital products and the things that are inside there that don't take any of your time. We pull it out, we put it into this, and we sell this for even less, so people are able to have a taste of what you have to offer. Now, this is amazing if you're one of those coaches and these are usually the best coaches, the ones that say, people love it when they join my program, it's just hard to find these clients. This is so perfect for you, because you're so good at what you do, but you might be having a hard time marketing it and selling it, right? So it's so much easier. Instead of trying to be a marketer and a salesperson, it's so much easier to just give people an experience of your program. So your micro offer does exactly that. We sell really low ticket, low priced, either digital product or access to you for, one call along with a digital product, and give them an experience of working with you. So for curious people, we sell them the micro offer. For people that are ready but they're not fully committed yet, we give them the acquisition offer. And people that are ready to fully commit, they can come into the core offer. And what happens is, when you sell someone on that, they get an experience with you. Then they go on to this, then they go on to this. And it starts to flow. The final thing that we have right here is a VSL. So it's free, sells them on the ideas that your business is all about. That goes onto there and it sells it automatically. This then sells them there. This then sells them there. That is a lot easier when you have this offer stack created. That is a lot easier to make sales than when you only have this. When you only have this, your longer, expensive offer, what's happening is you are going out there, marketing loads, trying to message loads and loads of people, and it's like you're trying to find a needle in the haystack for someone who is ready enough to go from never having known you, or never having paid you anything, I should say, to then paying you thousands of pounds. Even if you're doing like monthly recurring revenue, they still eventually end up paying you thousands of pounds, right? It's a lot easier to have an offer stack where you have things for the curious, things for the ready but not committed, and things for the committed. And then we have things for the very, very, very committed, and we have this whole stack ready to go.